website.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. Yeah, James. Friday.
Ooh, Friday. Yeah.
It's just after noon here in the East Coast, and having a White Claw.
Oh, lemon.
Ain't no laws. Why do you think there's lemon?
I don't know.
Come on, everybody in America knows this one, Jabes. At the end of the week, because most Americans are drinking every day, all day, when you get the variety pack, the only thing that is left in the fridge come Friday is the lemon and the lime ones.
I don't know. I don't mind the lemon one.
If you go inside our fridge right now, there's 80 limes and lemons from the variety box, and that's kind of where we're at. The hot ones, Jabes, the hot flavors, the sexy flavors, the ones you want to put your fingers in, those go early on, and they're more expensive. So if you want to get the individual flavors, they kind of upcharge you on that. For like a 6-pack, it's like $8.99 for the good ones, where you're like, come on, man.
Got you.
I'm a man out in these streets.
Right.
Trying to bang my balls around, you know?
Sure.
Don't clown me, dog. Texas is open up today, Jabes.
Good for them.
They're better than the rest of us, aren't they?
Good for them.
I was looking through the phases for the state of North Carolina, and it's a pile of shit. It's a real pile of shit. I will say this. We called in, and we've been trying to go at least twice a week to our favorite restaurants and get some takeout. Last night we went to Mission, and I called, and they were like, hey, at the end of the call, they were like, would you like to come inside, or would you like to have us carry this out to the car? And I was like, what? You're open? I was like, dude, I'll come inside. And he was like, great, that'd be awesome. I walked inside. I was greeted by every employee, no mask. I didn't have a mask.
What a nice world. What a fun world.
Didn't care. And I said, hey, guys, good to see you. And they're like, it's great to see you, brother.
Yeah.
How is everything? And I was like, this is refreshing. We're like normal human beings again.
Yeah.
And it was great. And what they had said was this was their first day where I guess you were allowed to walk in and actually pick up your food. And they said no one had done it. And I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're going to get, right?
Losers. Losers do that, Jabes. Not Americans.
Right.
Come on, man. Go in and greet your fellow humans. You know? Mm-hmm. That's what I felt like.
Yeah.
And I was like, can I sit down and have a beer while I wait for the food? They were like, no, you can't do that. Can't do that yet. And I was like, when will I be able to do that? And they were like, like phase 3. And I was like, when's that going to be? And they were like, 4 to 6 weeks. And I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nopers.
Nope.
I know this. I know that there was some protesters in Michigan yesterday. Stormed the Capitol and like we want to work and all that other stuff. Like, whew. I'm getting real close to that point. You know?
Yeah.
I want to sit down. Look, the Texas governor, good on you, man. That guy, Abbott is his name. Don't know his first name, don't care.
Sure.
What I do know is this. He opened up restaurants, 25% capacity. I'd take that.
Yeah, so by the time we're even just starting to walk in places, they're going to be fully back to...
They'll have been open for a month at that point. Movie theaters are open in Texas tonight. So,
Love to see it.
Love to see it.
Love to see it.
I'd pop in if it was available, just to get out, sit in public somewhere.
Exactly.
I'd pop in the theater. I'd love to go to a restaurant tonight and sit down and have a meal.
Oh, my God.
But our governor is a pussy. He's a pussy. I bet his wife wears the pants and he wears no pants. He is a no pants wearer, Jabes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Nico the Greco, you were first in today, buddy.
Good for you.
Giving you a shout-outs. Because we love you.
You win.
We love you. I'm getting weird today, Jabes. It's Friday. I'm drinking White Claw at noon.
Good for you.
And I'm living my best life.
Yeah.
I'm effing doing it, girlfriend. I'm effing doing it.
I'm a natural beauty today.
Yeah, you're all natural.
Did you ever watch Amy Schumer? You did. Amy Schumer's clip show, whatever. What do they call it?
I've seen her Instagram. Her Instagram
sketch comedy.
is
Sorry.
Graphic. Whoa.
She's gotten better. There was a second where she was being like very Lena Dunham, but she's back now.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. When she had kids, she was like, oh, my God, what the fuck was I caring about?
Yeah.
And now she's
strange,
like,
right?
oh, dude, now I'm just going to joke about my weird kid and like talk shit about my husband and stuff. Like,
yeah,
back to normal.
She had her tit out in one photo in the hospital, breastfeeding, maybe 2 hours after, the kid was born or whatever. And she was like, what up to my mom's with her tits out? And I was just like, all right.
Yeah. Premium content now.
No
she was
makeup.
like going a little bit single lady crazy.
No makeup, no nothing.
So anyway, she has a sketch of it's like this song this boy band is singing it and they're like, take your makeup off, girl, you're a natural beauty.
Yeah.
You don't need all that stuff. And then
Sure.
she's like, okay, fine, and like turns around and they were
I
like,
know that sketch.
oh shit.
Yeah.
They're all putting makeup back on her,
Yeah.
oh, so like you guys really don't want a natural beauty.
Yeah.
You don't want like caked on shit.
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking about this yesterday too, where like all these celebs are doing like no makeup, fresh face. Do you know how much makeup they have on to look like they have a fresh face?
Bruh.
It's ridiculous.
We watched it last night.
It makes guys think that like, oh my God, that's what you look like with no makeup?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't wear it. It's like, no.
No.
That's what you look like without like a nighttime look.
Yep. So we watched it last night. Celebs without makeup. Isn't this fun and flirty?
Oh my gosh. All of them had
tons of makeup on.
Tons of makeup. I don't know how much you guys understand like how much makeup you have to wear to make it look like you aren't wearing makeup. It's almost harder. It's almost harder, to be honest.
It is, yeah.
To like keep it like natural but like still extended.
For sure.
Yeah, cuz like naturally girls aren't that pretty, There's a couple, like there is a handful of small, talk about the 1%.
Yeah.
Of girls, women in their 30s, whatever, that are naturally just no makeup, nothing done to their hair. Yep. Very, very small percentage.
Yep. I'm trying to think if there's one. No.
Like, it's fine, though. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't wear makeup, like, it's fine. Like, I don't feel like you kept mentioning it today, so that, like, made me feel really good. Like, no makeup. Oh, no makeup, huh? Oh, you're really gonna do it, huh? Oh, really? No makeup, huh? So, like, you kept saying it,
I did not.
Which, like, didn't make me feel so great. But, like, you don't care.
You're
whether
a
I wear
natural beauty, Jabes.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
No, absolutely, I'm not. And I'm happy to admit. I'm happy to be
you
honest.
light of my life. Oh, you make me feel warm inside.
Very, very rare. Very rare to have a complete
Shaves.
Natural beauty.
Look at this. It's like
but I think
Michael Jordan saying I'm not good at free throws. Huh?
I think it's
like saying Gallagher, I'm no good at smashing watermelons. This one. What?
You're wearing more makeup than me today.
I am.
But anyways.
I am.
Yeah, no, you should.
Yeah, dude.
Good for you. You know what I mean?
You have to.
I know,
These
and I'm
lights
happy
are hot.
for you.
These are bright lights, big
no,
city
I know.
we're
It's
in,
not.
Jabes.
No, it's not great. It's not great.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm looking at you now. You look fantastic.
No.
Yeah.
No. But thank you very much for lying, and that is your job. And I think it's fine not to wear makeup. Like, you're not going to be like, oh, hideous. Sure. But you're not a natural beauty. No one is.
I am.
In my mind.
I am. But that's, I'm a rare breed. You know, I'm like one of those albino soft shell turtles we talk about,
You do a lot to your look. You do a lot for your look. I'll leave it at that.
Try to, try to keep up
I'll leave
appearances.
It at that.
I try to keep up appearances. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep up with the Joneses, if you will. So we watched that thing last night with the celebrities without makeup who are all blasted with makeup, and now People's going to do a magazine issue of like stars during the quarantine. They're so like us, and they're not wearing makeup. They're all wearing a shit ton of makeup, by the way. And then today, dude, I talked about this yesterday. I think I can see into the future.
What?
I think I can honestly see into the fucking future now.
What?
Is that weird? Alec, can we get me one of those globe
weird.
balls that I put my hand on and like all the
weird.
energy comes into it and I just make predictions all day? Fuck, man. I feel like I'm Dionne Warwick. I really do. I feel like I'm a psychic. Who is Miss Cleo? Whatever her full name is, I feel like I'm Mr. Cleo. I wonder if that's taken. I can be Mr. Cleo. Just go in blackface and just duplicate what she did. Just be like, oh, it's Mr. Cleo, and fake a Jamaican accent. I can honestly see into the future. I've talked about this Joe Biden, Tara Reid thing forever, and I go, look, kids, this is gaining steam. Eventually, he's going to have to answer for this. And it wasn't getting a lot of press, and then boom, this morning.
You knew it eventually was. That
No,
wasn't like a crazy
I
prediction. You thought it was just going to die?
I actually didn't know. I thought it, like I said on the show yesterday, I didn't think this was going to pick up until the nomination came through, and then like, oh, hey, October surprise, we're going to bust in with this lady and then really fucking drop the drawers on it. They didn't even wait till then. And I wonder if Biden wanted to get ahead of it, you know? That's what it seemed like to me, because there was no announcement of this. It just said, hey, Biden's going to be on that Mika and Joe morning show. And that was kind of it, where you were just like, oh, shit. All right, cool, man. So I missed the live show. I had to watch it on the taped interview immediately afterwards because it was available on Twitter. And I was real surprised at how fast he's getting out there on this one. Shit. What did I say yesterday? Like probably October. Today he went out there. May 1st.
I think there was too much heat on it. It's just interesting timing on all fronts. For her, I don't know what the circumstances were of her coming out at this time. I know with Blasey Ford, it was like she was talking to a therapist and she was like confronted, and you know what I mean, right?
No, I don't. With her, it was a real case of curious timing as well.
Sure, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like someone was using it, but I'm just wondering if if this Tara Reid had the same situation where someone came to her and said, "Hey, we heard you have this story. Do you want to like go further with it?" Do you know what I mean? Right. Or if she just decided out of the blue, she's doing a lot of interviews and you're going to see her a lot more. So I don't know.
Here's what I said when Kavanaugh was going through. I said, look, you're setting a dangerous precedent by having this woman who, Blasey Ford, we'll start with her first, right?
Yeah.
You're setting a dangerous precedent by having Blasey Ford, who doesn't even remember if it was him, at a place, 47 years ago or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And then magically it's like, oh, no, but we were there and it wasn't the same party, wasn't the same thing, it wasn't the address of the person, the place, none of it. And then we got this believe all women. And I was like, man, this is going to come back to haunt people. Once you set this precedent, then everyone's going to have to go through this. Every single politician. And you're going to have to
follow every lead all the way to the end. Yep. You have to use all resources.
This story is going to grow and grow and grow and grow. And the next one's going to be Tara Reid herself doing an interview. She said yesterday that when we got off air, ironically, she was like, I would like to tell my story in a big public forum. And they were like, well, who do you want to tell it to? And she was like, she said the only offer she's had is Fox News. And she goes, I don't want to do Fox News because I don't want to do something so super right. And I don't want to do something super left. I'd like to do an interview with someone down the middle. And they asked her who, and she said Gayle King from CBS. She felt that Gayle King could do a fair and honest interview. So you can expect that that's coming real soon. And I would imagine Biden then, after yesterday's development, was just like, let me try to get out ahead of this. Problem with it is he did not give a great interview this morning. And be it technology problems of Zoom or the questions themselves that he just didn't have an answer for or didn't want to answer, he had a lot of long pauses.
Sure.
And didn't have answers to her questions. And to her credit, because MSNBC is pretty left, she went all in. Mika went all in on this and was just like, here's the deal. Why shouldn't we believe this other woman and not this other woman, blah, 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 blah. I mean, she asked every question she could possibly ask. And he seemed flustered. And it was not a good look for Joe Biden this morning. And I have a feeling if Homegirl sits down, Tara Reid, with Gayle King, this story's only going to continue to grow. We're in May now. I had a listener after yesterday's show write in with a very interesting theory. And I don't want to say his name in case, he doesn't want to be out there politically or whatever, so I'm not going to say his name. But he said, hey, listen to the show yesterday. Big fan. I love that you guys are going every single day. It's truly made like my quarantine.
Right.
And it was awesome. And he goes, have you ever thought that this was someone from the left who's dragging this girl out and not someone from the right because they hate Biden? And I was like,
possibly a Bernie bro.
Could be.
I don't know. Should we go through her timeline of allegation?
Yeah, fire away. Do you have it?
Yeah. So I just find it interesting. It's the only thing that I, because with this, it's like, I don't fucking know. Yeah. And even at the very end, even with Blasey Ford, you don't fucking know. You don't know because it got so convoluted and so political and so, and I'm not a news believer.
A chance meeting. What was it? High school or college?
So, and how it came out and her inconsistencies.
37 years later. Yeah.
So on April 3rd, 2019, do you remember when all those people came out that were like, but, he basically is old school in that he'll hug you, he'll touch you, he's very handsy, nothing farther than that.
A lot of sniffs.
But lots of just unwanted physical contact. And this was like Metoo, not height, but like definitely we're still full on in it. So it's like no matter what it is, he touched my hand too many times.
Yeah.
At that time, that was like, oh, shit. Now we're like a little bit more skeptical. But anyways, during that time when all of those people came out, she told a local California newspaper that Biden used to put his hand on my shoulder and run his finger up my neck. She didn't feel she was a victim of sexualization, instead comparing it to being treated like an inanimate object. Inanimate object, a lamp is what she said.
Like a lamp.
She did not say, hey, I know all you guys are saying that they like hug you inappropriately. This guy fucking like major sexual assault on me, and this is what happened. Right. So that is not what she said. She said I'm right with you girls. Like, didn't like the way he like touched my neck. Right. March 25th, 2020, in a podcast with Katie Halper.
Okay.
Reid claimed Biden sexually assaulted her in 93, pressing her up against the wall, kissing her neck, penetrating her, blah, blah, blah. April 9th, 2020, Reid filed a police report. April 9th, 2020.
Okay.
She filed a police report in April with the Washington, D.C. police alleging the sexual assault that happened in 1993. Right. April 12th, 2020. Reid repeated the assault story to the New York Times and said she had reported the alleged incident to Marianne Baker, the executive assistant of Biden, and 2 top aides. All of these people say that she didn't.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we are now. Even her brother was like, didn't hear anything about it.
Right.
The neighbor that she said was someone that she told about said she didn't. So April 24th, the clip of Larry King comes out. The 27th, 2 more people come forward corroborating parts of her story. Yep. And we're on May 1st, Joe Biden addresses, but says that nothing happened.
Sure. So
I thought maybe there was some kind of report in 93.
Right. So apparently there is. And this is what they asked Joe Biden about today. And they said, hey, man, there is something in this Delaware, and forgive me, I don't know much about.
Understand.
Well, I do, but with Joe Biden, there's some Delaware files that are with the state or the university, and that allegedly this report is in. Here's the three things that I have kind of an issue with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did the mom call in to Larry King in 1993? That one's a little that one's a little weird to me. There was two people who did corroborate her story that she had told this to in 1993. They said yes. The New York Times did an article on those people. At the end of the New York Times piece, they said, we can't conclude whether or not this actually happened or not. All of it, by the way, for both of these people, Blasey Ford and her, I find them both suspicious, to be honest with you. But here's where we are. Once you set that precedent with Kavanaugh, this is exactly what's going to happen, not just to Biden, to everyone coming down the line, Republican and Democrat, whoever you do and don't like. Let's say Trump does get reelected, right? And RBG goes down.
Right.
They're going to bring somebody up to replace her. That official is going to go through the same amount of scrutiny as everyone else, and they're going to try to dig up everything they possibly can in the past. Yeah. And who knows who is really behind all this shit. And that is the problem when you have a movement called Believe Women, started by the Democrats, and you want to move forward with it. Like, if you go all in like that, you have no choice then but to leave yourself open to somebody like this. And to be honest, I don't know that either of them fucking happened. I don't. And but here we are. Once you go all in on that, your hatred for Trump got you to this place now. The thing that I find fascinating, though, is I really don't know if this was set up by the left. They took a poll yesterday of who the most popular Democratic politician was in the United States, and it was fucking Cuomo. The most popular Democratic politician in the United States right now is Andrew Cuomo. Would they probably like to have him running right now? Yes.
Yeah.
The Hillary thing, look, we talked about it of her waiting in the wings and all that shit. That is done, man. People do not like you. Cuomo right now would have a better shot at it, in my opinion, than Biden. I think they are stuck with Biden. That was all who was running, and this was before the pandemic, right? Now you're during it, and you're like, all right, shit. Not only are we stuck with Biden, but now there's this fucking sexual allegation thing that's got to be answered. It's going to keep being brought up over and over and over again. Yeah, they'd probably love to have Cuomo in there at this point.
Right.
And he looked like dog shit this morning on the Mika and Joe show. And like, they keep playing those. Biden did.
Yeah,
and they keep playing those clips. And it's like, man, I bet you privately behind the scenes today, the whole DNC is just sitting there going, fuck, man. What do we do? What do we do now?
Or they did it.
Your only saving grace at this point is probably Michelle Obama, who definitely does not want that job. She doesn't want the job. And the other problem you have is your other candidates who are running. Stacey Abrams got on CNN with Don Lemon 2 nights ago and just said, I believe Joe Biden. I stand by Joe Biden, and I stand by this New York Times article. Problem with the New York Times article is, again, they had no conclusion at the end of it. So I think she's out just based on that interview. Like, great, believe all women, which is who she was. Now you're not believing this woman. I think Stacey Abrams is out. And she quoted an article that clearly does not have a conclusion to it. And the New York Times released a statement this morning saying, hey, we really want to caution people to go back and read this article because we didn't have a conclusion at the end of it. We investigated this Tara Reade sexual allegations. We don't have a conclusion to this, so I don't know. Not sure what to think on that. The other two people who were up for it is Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren.
Who haven't said anything.
Right, but Elizabeth Warren, if you'll remember, was the one who went all in on Blasey Ford and said, believe all women. What is your stance then if she's chosen? I mean, they're going to be able to hammer her on this all day long. And this is going to be a tool against them for the rest of this. But again, once you establish that with Kavanaugh, you're fucked at that point. So
right, but the interesting thing about Kavanaugh is that she had to actually testify. In this instance, it will just be interview against interview, word against word, and there will be no real scrutinized, evidence. Whereas, with Blasey Ford, that happened because he was going to be a judge. She had to actually
testify, go
to court. Where this, it's like you can say what you want.
Yep.
And Biden can say what he wants, and people can look into it as much as they want, and that's kind of where we're at with this. So I actually don't know if it's going to affect too many things.
It depends on who you think is more credible and why. If you remember during
it depends on who does what interview when, though, because it's like
credible
is in the courtroom when you talk about credible witness and stuff.
But in today's world, it's the media. It's how you come off in the media, and that's it.
Right.
I remember when Blasey Ford testified. Remember she put on that baby voice, and she was just like, I don't know. I don't remember. It's like you're fucking 65 and talking like a baby.
Sure.
That voice, that's all I remember from that. That and then this pose. Remember this pose that was on Time Magazine, Believe All Women? Mm-hmm. They're going to hammer them with that. They're going to put this girl next to her with the same pose. I guarantee it. That is my next prediction.
The only difference is this girl isn't scared. She isn't shaking. She isn't, I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
This girl is, we've already done some interviews. We're vying for our next big one.
Yep.
If you pay me enough, you'll get the interview. At a certain point, it will die off, and then she'll start doing things like Us Magazine, People, things like this that will just kind of she'll kill it herself, which is, unfortunate because I don't know if it happened. It's interesting timing. Biden has been vice president since then.
Yeah.
He has ran before. He has been running for president right now for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, I don't know what makes people, I don't know. I don't know what makes people come out in certain times and not in others. I don't know.
By the
especially
way,
when it's been it's been that many years.
Sure.
It's strange.
It is. And look, in my opinion, both of these occurrences, if it happened, you should have reported it and all that other shit. And
Which she may have.
She may have. But we don't know. But in both of these instances, the timing is too curious to me where it's just like, hey, man.
And me too. Like this, there would be a perfect, do you remember Me Too? Where even if you said you went on a bad date with someone, they were fucking canceled?
Yeah, Aziz Ansari.
Where were you then?
Yeah.
Would you not have gotten enough press?
Don't know.
Would you not have gotten enough money for the interview? I mean, not a victim blamer, but I am a timing. I'm skeptical of timing.
Same.
I don't think that anyone deserves for that to happen ever.
Yeah.
And I think that you should be able to talk about it whenever you want to. It's just, why put that extra scrutiny on you? If you really want it out and you really want people to know, me too.
Yeah.
There was a whole year that no matter what you said, when you said it,
no, that
person got fucking canceled.
Yeah. And I remember going through them and looking back at them, I think Aziz Ansari got fucked. I think Ryan Seacrest got hammered for no reason other than being Ryan Seacrest. And the Chris Hardwick one.
Mm-hmm. That one was sad to me.
It was really sad. It was a girl that he dated, and then she was like, sometimes he wanted to have sex, and I just laid there like a starfish. Well, that's a relationship.
Yeah, and then you were in that relationship like a starfish for 7 years. And
it's like, dude.
There are avenues.
Electric avenues.
I just there's other things you can do, if that kind of shit has happened to me. It sounds like a fucking nightmare to have to make a big thing of it. Do you know what I mean? If I really wanted if somebody was...
What do you mean it's happened to you?
If you're a woman in the workplace, if you... Whatever. We all have stories.
Yeah.
There are people I could probably, take down.
Sure.
But it sounds like a nightmare to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we've all had, like, instances like that. Let's just say during the Metoo where it was like, we had a bad relationship, and it was like, do you know what I mean? Or a bad date that I felt kind of uncomfortable, but I got out of there and, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things like that you can say, but, like, like doing an interview about it, being questioned, like, no, dude.
Yeah.
No.
That's weird.
I don't know what the motive would be for that.
Money.
I guess.
Fame. It depends on what you want out of it. You know?
Yeah.
Either way, Mika went all in today. I was really surprised. Usually, you know, you try to set up an interview with people who are on your side. It was not like Biden went to Fox News, for Christ's sakes. He went to MSNBC. And she went all in, and I was really, really shocked by it. I was like, oh, all right, shit. I think it was smart that she did it instead of the other guy, because it was a woman talking about another woman. And
sure, yeah.
Mika went all in, dude.
Yeah.
She went all in this morning for sure. And, you know, now these clips are playing around the world, and people can judge for themselves. And I believe Biden is now trending number 1 on
like even
Twitter.
that,
and it's like, dude.
Even that I don't like. Like,
yeah,
what the
man.
fuck, dude?
All of it is on creepy.
It's so stupid.
I mean, it's creepy and uncomfortable. And, you know, because you hate to look at the other side of it of like, what if it really did happen? Then, you know, fuck.
I think it might have, to be honest with you.
Who knows?
But,
who knows? Yeah.
I'm not even going to say it.
But the articles that are coming out today,
not gonna say
immediately after this interview, are just brutal. Like, everybody's just like, man, on the Democratic side, they're like, look, this is the candidate we're stuck with now. And now that this shit is up, along with a candidate who's having problems already, and now we're stuck with this going forward. It's only May. The election's 6 months away at this point. Like, yeesh. This is going to get brutal. Absolutely brutal. And especially if the coronavirus hangs around enough where you can't go out and do rallies and campaigns, which I'm imagining probably not, right?
Yeah, I think, you know, as far as like where we're going to be, let's say by that time, I think it'll still be a lot of places. Like, people are still going to be fucking scared, 50% capacity. Like, you can do certain things, but that kind of shit, I think you still can't do.
Man, I hope not. One of the most depressing things for me was watching. There was a football game on last night that I was at. You know, they've been showing these old games on ESPN and ABC and all that shit. It was a game that I was at, and I was like, man, there's 110,000 people, and you're like, I miss that. I miss that, and I hope that comes back soon. But we've already talked to friends who are, you know, musicians and shit like that, and they're just like, they're not telling us we're touring until fall of 2021. I'm just like,
yeah,
yeesh.
that won't be back anytime soon.
Yeesh.
The most we can hope for is for everyone, every state, to be able to go to, you know, gyms. Bert Koontz actually had what?
Yeah, dude, he was at the gym today.
Yeah, but he actually had a funny like caption before that was just like, it's so crazy that COVID can't spread in grocery stores and Home Depot and stuff. You can only get it if you go into a small business. Isn't that crazy? I loved it because I was just like,
so
fucking
good.
right,
Yeah.
like. And there's this other girl, Bonfiglio, posted.
Yeah.
Where she was just like, here are the rules. Like, do not leave your house. Do not go to the store unless you have to go to the store. And do you know what I mean? Like, all these things that are like, do not unless you have to, like, you know, go to Home Depot and get some, you know, but do not, like, there's no real, at this point.
No, it's all done.
Craziness.
I think
it's craziness.
12 states now are open, completely. Again, it's certain levels of capacity depending upon your business. 12 states are open, and it's like, you know, it's time for the rest of us. If this governor of North Carolina bones us until afterwards, after May 8th, rage against the machine. I'll be on the Capitol, you know?
Yeah. We should have had that trans bathroom fucking governor in there.
That guy wouldn't have given shit.
Dude,
he would have never closed down. He would have fucking
been like, fuck this shit.
What was his name? McCrory? Pat McCrory? I've got a picture with Pat McCrory. You did too.
Yeah, so he just didn't want to like make special bathrooms, like spend money on that.
Yeah, the trans bathrooms. Do you remember that?
Does he have the say?
He was a weird guy. We met him. It was the governor.
But at that time, I thought
we hung out with him at the green room at that rally, and it's weird, man. The way he turned the switch and talked to Jessie about like Wrightsville Beach and all these beaches. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like he really. I used to grow up there as a kid. I used to roll up.
It was the career politician. He really knows.
Jeans, take off my socks, my shoes, and just get my toes in the sand. And you're like,
yeah.
Who fucking talks like that?
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going? You gonna arrest somebody later, Andy Griffith? What are you gonna do?
No, he just dropped into it so
easy, and I was just
so
like,
easy. Like that was a career. That was a career politician. That was just like no matter where you said, he would have like a fun anecdotal story about it. That's a fucking true.
Yeah. But when you start to get to know these districts and all these things, I'm sure you've got a story for every single one of them.
You have to.
You have to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
You know what?
You go to Crawdaddy Pete's over there on South Street. Oh man, the Crawdaddies. It's almost as if like he's lifting up the rocks themselves, and they're little tiny red angels with claws on them coming out, and we're just bagging them up so fresh, And you're like, how the fuck did you know that, dude? Crawdaddy Pete's on yeah. And you're just like, Jesus, man, maybe I should go to Crawdaddy Pete's. He really knows what he's talking about.
Crawdaddy Pete's.
I can get my beak wet.
That's what everyone says here. Oh, the seafood, Cape Fear Seafood Company.
Yeah.
It's right in a strip mall. Very unassuming. Best seafood.
Is it?
No. Nothing anybody ever says is the best here is fucking the best because you haven't been anywhere in your fucking life.
We don't have great food here. That's a real thing.
Well, we have fucking
That's
food
a real thing.
right now.
I will say this. Jamie, our producer, the other night we did the NFL draft live. And what was that Stromboli place? Elizabeth. Place was fucking packed, man. And I was surprised. And you get there and there was like this weird, intricate system. It was in a strip mall. It was a weird, intricate system of how to get your food. They were like, you got to pull up in an assigned spot and then read the sign or whatever. So I pulled up, I read this sign. You had to text the number. You had to roll down your windows, and then they would call you out, and then you had to go up and pay for it and blah, 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 right? I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't had too many Strombolis in my life, Jessie. That goddamn thing was delightful, Jamie.
I'm fat, I know food.
Yeah. The pizza and the Strombolis were delightful there.
Yeah. If you want to find a fucking cheesy, rolled up, fried shit, like we got you here, dude. If you want some fucking good food, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, absolutely. You're right. They rolled up a fucking pizza dough with cheese and pepperoni, and then you dip it in some sauce, and you were just so fucking impressed because you've been here too long, dude. Like, you're impressed by that? Did he go there?
Jamie goes, Bourdain
Liar.
liked it. Caught her off guard. Bourdain liked it.
He would never. I'm channeling Bourdain right now.
We can tell this story now.
I'm channeling Bourdain right now.
We don't give a shit. It's Friday. We're drinking at noon. Guy Fieri came here. He came to Wilmington. Shot at what? 7 restaurants? Only aired 3.
Maybe. I think he aired Fork and Cork only.
We love Fork and Cork.
And something fishy.
And something fishy,
Did he air that one?
Yeah, it's a hole in the wall. No one ever guessed. It's definitely fantastic.
So that's something fishy is right across the street from our place, and it's always packed. I've never been there. What do they have there, Alec?
Fried fucking...
Fried fish, is that it?
Fried fish, bro.
Right.
Like, I'm sure.
Oh, you've never been there.
Sure.
You live across the street from there, too.
It looks like
Your whole life you've lived there, and you've never been to something fishy. I'll go there.
It looks like a terrible place.
It does. From the outside, it looks like a fucking converted Captain D's.
Spoiler alert,
yeah.
It is a fucking terrible place. But it has fried fish. And wow, we're so fucking surprised. You know what, though? Anytime someone's like, yeah, but have you tried? You know it's going to be the fucking worst shit of all time.
Fork and Cork, I like. I like Shuck and Shack. I enjoy Shuck and Shack. And there was it Mana? Was that the other place?
Mana, yeah.
Mana.
And
Oh,
even that.
The Dram Yard was pretty. Dram Yard's pretty
The
good.
Dram Yard is
Pretty
good.
goddamn good, yeah.
Dram Yard is good. It probably will be out of business after all of this
I know.
bullshit because we were just about to get some good stuff in town.
Yep.
Dram Yard, I think, was probably
Great drinks, great
the
food. I like Dram
only
Yard.
place
Yeah.
that I would be comfortable saying has good food and good drinks every single time.
Yep. That
The
place rocks.
only place.
That place rocks. But I miss the restaurants, and oh God, I hope they don't close down around the world here with all of my faves.
Like,
We watched something with a thing with New Orleans in it for that Yellow Wolf thing, and all I thought was that restaurant we went to on that Friday night, College State House.
oh yeah. That one I think will be fine. It's in a
hope so.
neighborhood.
It's great.
Again, that was the only good food that I've had there. So
No, because you have to go outside the city. So
You
here's what I
do.
learned about New Orleans. We bitched about New Orleans on the show. We got flooded with messages after that show, and they were like,
of
hey,
like
man,
telling us where to go.
you definitely have to get out
For
of
sure.
Bourbon Street and all that other shit. And once we did, I was like, oh, man. I got down on New Orleans food, and I made a public apology on air. And I was like, I apologize. I went to some very touristy shit, and I shouldn't have. I didn't know any better, and then we got sent to the right places. So
Right.
I'm good on that. Tony Tamparello was the one who sent me a list. And was just like, hey, big boy,
yes.
here's where you got to go
Sure.
to get your fucking beak wet. And I was like, all right, cool. And he was right across the board.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope those places don't close down. But, we are not going to know. If they
We're
were
not gonna
open
know,
here
but-
tonight, I would go. If you're in a state, I'm curious. One, hammer the like button if you're watching this on YouTube right now. Two, write in the comments on the side. If you're in a state that the restaurants are open, are you going tonight? That was a story this morning on the Today Show where they were like, hey, yeah, the restaurants are open,
should.
but are people too scared to go? And it was like, who's scared to go?
Oof.
Fucking losers who wouldn't go anyways? Like,
Yeah.
for real. The other thing that I didn't think about is my sister works at Buffalo Wild Wings, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to slowly open. Ohio, ironically, is one of the places that's slowly reopening today, right? And they had a lot of cases there. She said, though, she was like, look, you take a place like Wild Wings, and it is heavily built on sports. If sports isn't back, what is our
true.
restaurant going to be like? And I was like, shit, man.
That's true.
Things
I'm not
you
going
never
for the,
think
like,
of.
amazing food.
Things that we never think of. I like the wings there. I love the wings. It's,
For sure, but like
I'll get down on the wings there.
Yeah.
You know? For sure. Jessie, so unimpressed.
look, I'm just pissed, dude.
If it's not a Michelin 5-star, she's
just
not having
pissed.
it, you know?
Not only is nothing open, but even if it was, it'd be shitty. Do you know what I mean? Let's just get the fuck out of here, dude. Elizabeth's. Oh! They rolled up some pizza dough with cheese and pepperoni. Big surprise. It was good.
I liked Elizabeth's, Jamie. I'm not going to shit on it. I'm not.
It was good. I do it on a ghost bed.
I'm not gonna shit.
Who-
Goddamn
I
right.
mean-
You know where the best place to have a Stromboli from Elizabeth's is? On a
The
ghost
only
bed.
place that is good in your town is a pizza place. You have problems.
Where?
Oh, there are
You
good
name-
places?
Alec, you
Please.
name a place.
Please name one.
Name your favorite restaurant in this
Right now,
town.
go.
Gun to head. You're gonna die tomorrow. This is your last meal tonight. What is yours, Jamie?
Oh. If one more
Indochine.
person tells me,
Port City Chop House is fantastic.
Port City Chop House. Okay, I have not been to Port City Chop
yes,
House.
we have.
Have we?
It was subpar at best, friend. It was a banquet hall. I mean,
Where-
it might as
where
well
was
have
it at?
been. I felt like it was a cafeteria at a freaking old folks' home.
It's really good food. He's old.
Is this?
Where was it?
Is this?
Which one was this?
Riceville Beach.
Yep,
In Riceville
we've been
Beach.
there.
Yeah, you're
Been
right.
there with the family.
You're right. Yes, you're absolutely right.
It was basically Black Angus. It was Black Angus, right? Do you remember Black Angus's?
Jesse's going all in today.
I want some food, and I want it to be good, and I want to eat it around other people. I don't want to see all your mugs only every day.
That's so funny, man.
And then I go home to my fucking kids, dude, only. I'm losing it. And if you aren't losing it, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. If you aren't pissed right now, there's something wrong with you.
James is pissed.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
Leave up the ghost
Leave
bed
it up.
logo.
Sorry.
If you're gonna eat a Stromboli in bed tonight, which is probably what we're gonna do, might as well eat it in a fucking ghost bed, dude. From ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Jesse went all in. At ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Everything is 25% off. Fuck it. Eat a Stromboli in bed, dude. But you can get the cover. You can put the cover on it. You're going to be protected. Your mattress is going to be protected, so you're good.
Yeah.
As always, they got the 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest on that at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Everybody's doing it. Knocks all the shit down to like $20. It's great. They're doing it all through the quarantine. Next up, we got expressvpn.com/revolution. James.
You know what I found out?
What's that?
You carry on. I'll tell you what I found out about
Protect
ExpressVPN.
your digital butthole is what it is. People are trying to get into the back door of your computers, iPads, iPhones, you name it. This will stop them. Ooh. That's expressvpn.com/revolution. $7 a month. You can also watch porn at work. It beats all your fucking shit.
I found out I could watch other Housewives franchises like Housewives Australia.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
with ExpressVPN. So here we go. Mm-hmm. Housewives Iraq. Amazing.
Is that a thing?
Nope. I'm just joking. But Australia is.
No burqas.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think
they
that
take
would
the
be too
burqas
sad.
off at home, and you're just like, oh god, they're getting beaten all day. The fuck did you say? They're just getting beaten in Iraq.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So not that, but
just getting rocks thrown at them.
Housewives.
That's the real Housewives of Iraq right there.
That one's fun. Real Housewives of North Korea. That could be fun too, huh?
Could it? They're probably out, doing hard labor all day.
Yeah.
And they come home to the men, rub my feet, my dong, Probably wearing hard hats. Something happened in the mine. They're all dirty. That's what the women do over there. Hard labor, Jabes, and you're bitching about restaurants over here.
I know.
Totally kidding.
It's really sad.
ExpressVPN.com/revolution. $7 a month. Protects everything you got in your household. And if you sign up for a year, you get 3 months free. Next up, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Boom, 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 boom. Shabloinkers. Chris Broman. It's probably the worst franchise of all of them, but go ahead.
What is?
Potomac.
Potomac. What's Potomac? Oh, Real Housewives of whatever?
Mm-hmm. Real Housewives of Potomac. Look,
they're
everyone likes who they like, right?
Yeah.
But
I guess. Potomac, that's where George Washington was. He crossed the Potomac River. Is it that river?
Delaware.
Yeah, so they in
it's like
Delaware?
One of the richest. It's weird. It's like the richest place in like the U.S., but no one knows where it is.
It stretches down through like Maryland and Virginia, I think. So
like it. No one's interested in it. Yeah, but it is like the nicest, most expensive houses, like super high society, but no one knows where it is or no one cares.
Rick Miner just wrote in. He goes, "The Real Housewives of Sneed's Ferry."
I like it.
Strikeforce Energy gets me hopped up all day long. I put a little in this guy right here because it's bland as shit. The lemon White Claws and the limes are just fucking.
Ooh, what flavor did you put in lemon? Because I usually put lemon in the black cherry.
Yep.
I feel like a grape in the lemon might be good, or an orange.
I put the origin.
Yeah, that would be good.
I got the origin. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I'm all fucking jacked up. I'm charged up. We'll get to that in a second. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. No carbs, no sugars, no gluten if you give a shit about that. And lasts longer than 5-hour energy. I'm fucking amped up on it all goddamn day long. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com today. 10-pack, 40-pack, 750 milliliter bottle. Here it is. Tasty tiny little tin pouch. Rip it open and squeeze it into any liquid available. Boom. You're good to go. Go to strikeforceenergy.com. Promo code REVOLUTION. 20% off. Last but not least, we got straightrazors.com, Jabes.
Ooh, that's a clean cut. Smooth. Oh, you right it?
There it is, James.
That's a Friday. You like it.
Damn right it is. I wish
Thank God it's the
there's a
weekend.
sushi place that I like here in town. Since we're doing Asian accents, Nori. I like that place. Yeah, I think Nori's great.
You've been here too long, friend, but it is good. Yeah.
I like Nori.
Mm-hmm.
I like Nori. Anybody locally who's listening to the show, you just burned down the house today. You said, fuck
They
it.
know it. They know it, but it's like we have to be like, oh, no. I know a good place. You know one good place, and it wasn't good when I went. Do you know what I mean? It's at least not consistent. It's at most subpar sometimes.
Straightrazors.com will, well, you can cut a crab leg open with a straight razor, you know? Let's say you're worried about breaking it. Take a straight razor, that crab leg, get that meat out, suck it out. Go to straightrazors.com. Everything you need to shave in this life, you know, is right there, right in your face. Use the promo code REVOLUTION for 20% off. James, I want to talk about the new Drake album that dropped at midnight. I was excited, and then I listened to it on the way to work this morning, and
No doubt.
well, it sucks.
Why does it suck?
Whenever
We're being very negative this episode.
who fucking cares? It's Friday. You know, what else?
Leave them on a low note.
Leave them on a low note. We've been high all week. Leave them on a low. The Drake one, man. If you're gonna put out a mixtape, every time you see the word mixtape, just go ahead and fucking delete it. Just delete that whole goddamn shit.
Why?
It means it wasn't good enough to be on a real album.
Oh.
Therefore, it's just like, come on, man. And he put Tuesday Slide on there. You know why?
Yeah, because it's the only song that did well.
Not only that, but here's what artists do, and it's a little known secret, and I'll out it and tell everyone because I don't care. I feel like a real housewife of Potomac right now. They'll put a hit song that's already out because it counts. All those numbers count towards the album. So this album will technically be number one. Drake will be able to say he's got another number one album, and it's dog shit. It's just a mixtape that, like, the real album is, I guess, is coming out in June or July. And it was just like, oh, hey, these are all the trash songs that didn't make the album. And here you go. Here's the thing, kids. Could you shit in a bun because you have a bunch of fans? And would they probably watch you take a shit in a bun? Yes, they would. Doesn't mean you have to fucking serve it to them and make them eat a shit sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And that's what this was. This was saying, hey, guys, I'm Drake, and I'm famous, and, you know, I'm rad. Here's a fucking album for you, and this will wet your beaks.
When did he
and your
start working
appetites.
on it?
I don't know. It sucked, and it was fucking hard to get through today, to be honest with you. But why serve your audience a big shit sandwich like this? It just doesn't make sense, man. Right. Typically, his albums are bangers. It's like, why don't you care? The fucking mixtape shit. I just don't get it.
Right.
I haven't. There's been like 3 mixtapes where I'm like, oh my god, that was fucking amazing. Ironically, Drake's first one was, but that was like being rich and all that shit. You know,
Yeah.
he'd
Being
actually
out of
proven
touch,
himself.
yeah.
Now it's just like, come on, man. None of these songs, besides the Tuesday Slide, deserve to be on that fucking album.
He used to be hungry. Now he's very well fed.
Well, we'll see. I'll hold out hope for this album because he always seems to come up when it's a real album. He seems to show up. This mixtape thing was just fucking dog shit. And then your girl, Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, what about it?
Her huge song Savage. That apparently is a TikTok thing. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it got big on TikTok. That's the only reason why
What
it's
was
anything of the sort.
So what was the video behind it? Was
So
it a
it's
dance?
a dance challenge, yeah.
God damn it, man! Fucking TikTok for real. Is that just for dance challenges and that's what it is?
Mm-mm. No, but like artists will release
Tuesday Slide.
There's artists that like aren't even, you can't find them anywhere else but TikTok, and they're huge on TikTok.
Gross.
Just is what it is.
Either way,
So
Beyonce.
it's a challenge. TikTok is basically a challenge app, right? So they just like put out things and you can try it or not try it.
Gross. I don't need it. I don't fucking need it. I will say this: the Beyonce remix that just dropped though for that song was fucking awesome.
Right.
Beyonce, she goes all in. Like Beyonce. She goes all in, and it was great. She rapped in it. I was just like, oh shit, it was really fucking good.
How is it different than the normal song though? Because there's just a remix of it.
Yeah, so it's a remix. So there's a rap verse in there by Beyonce, and then Beyonce singing some vocals behind some of the hooks and shit.
Oh, okay.
And it was really fucking good. And like, I'll give it up to Beyonce. Beyonce. She seems to bring the hot fire, Jabes. Hot fire. Hot heat. Beyonce.
Yeah, I think that's probably the understatement of the show.
It is. But even on showing up on a track during the quarantine, she still put time and effort into it. Whereas this Drake thing had no time and effort to it. And to me, I'd probably put them on the same fucking planet right now, to be honest with you. Is there anybody bigger than Drake? Post Malone?
Yeah.
That's about it, though, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And I know Post Malone is recording a new album right now, and like...
Yeah, but that's actually going to be good because he's actually
sure it's going to be fucking bangers, dude.
He's actually talented.
Drake is pretty talented. Drake is pretty fucking talented, so we'll see.
He's gotten
We'll see what the new album is. Just don't listen to this one. I'll just save you the fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're all good on that. And then the other big story here was Trevor Noah.
Oh, what of it?
The Daily Show, just bashing Elon Musk. And, Elon has got a company as well. He wants his company to do well. He wants to be open. And here's the thing with Elon Musk, why he can probably do no wrong in my eyes.
Yeah.
He created a company. First of all, he created, what was it? Was it PayPal before that?
I think it was PayPal.
Yeah. Hey,
PayPal?
Alec,
can someone
look it up? Elon Musk. Was it PayPal that he fucking did before?
What was his first company?
He had one company before it. We're going to get killed for this because
I'm
sure it's massive.
So yeah,
he did what?
He founded X.com online bank, which launched PayPal.
Okay. Launched PayPal. Okay.
Launched PayPal. Okay.
Yeah.
So with Elon Musk, if you're going to bash him like this, the guy created, he has a car that is electric. He gave all the patents away for electric vehicles to help the environment. Mm-hmm. I have a hard time bashing Elon Musk for anything, to be honest with you. The other thing he's tried to do is send a bunch of shit to space. Like he's trying to advance space exploration. Because we currently, Trump signed it in that he's going to support NASA again, but the previous president was like, hey man, we're not having that anymore. We're not doing NASA anymore. Space exploration is important. Therefore, to me, I'm not going to shit on Elon Musk for wanting people to get back to work, wanting his company to do well.
We also agree, which is why we're not shitting on him, right?
That too, but like looking at it from, let's take a long view of this. Like if there's a guy that's trying to help the world, I mean, look at the car prices. Cheap as shit. They're hard to get because he doesn't have enough plants, but like, you can get one of those
and he gave the patents
Teslas
away.
Gave them away for free. Said, hey, everybody else, here's what I did. You can fucking do it. Use the batteries in other cars. I don't give a shit. There was a charity up for an old Scout, like a 1966 Scout, which I want. And inside of this, charity giveaway is a Tesla battery, so you can just plug it in. And I was like, fucking A, man. That's dope as shit.
Yep.
When I see people like Trevor Noah, and then I'm just like, come on, man. Like, really? Really? It's Elon Musk. Like, that's the one guy where you're like, he's a genius. Like a modern day fucking Thomas Edison,
Yeah. I don't know if I think they'd be mad at anyone that's saying get back to work, because no one that's not like just a normal person is saying it. You know what I mean? No celebrities, no nothing. Like no one with a platform is saying like, hey, I kind of feel like we need to get back to work. No one. Yeah.
And the other part about it is like, dude, I get going all in on the rich, and we've done it to some celebrities here, but like actors who really doesn't really do anything for the goddamn world. Elon Musk does. And like what he's doing is great. You want to get rid of fossil fuels and all that other bullshit? It's Elon Musk, bro.
Yeah.
That guy's leading the fucking charge here.
Yeah.
You want to go get mad at Gwyneth Paltrow for telling you to make an $80 smoothie? Fine. But Elon Musk, like, Jesus Christ, man. There's easier targets than that. Because he was saying, oh, he's rich and he doesn't fucking care and whatever. It was like, he's helping everybody out, though. He's helping out the world with these goddamn things. So.
Right.
And I want that truck, dude. I do want that truck, James.
Everybody wants the truck.
Do they really?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with it.
I felt I felt weird saying it because I was like, people are like, oh, it looks like a Back to the Future car. It looks like a DeLorean with a truck.
Oh, everyone wants it.
I want the fucking truck, dude.
Yeah.
So let's stop fucking with Eli. I want that truck. I'll put my $100 down.
Elon.
Yeah, whatever. It's Friday.
Sure.
I can call him Eli. I feel like I know him. I feel like we're beef fries, me and Eli. Elon Musk.
Can I do a quick COVID crime corner?
Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Fire away, Japes. This is your day today. I feel like this is your day to shine.
Why?
You've scorched earth today. You've gone scorched earth on everyone. Go
Whatever.
ahead.
Anyways.
Do whatever you want. Crime corner. Crime corner.
Go ahead. Do whatever you want.
Crime corner.
Crime corner. 2 women charged by feds for Walgreens robbery where they were coughing on employees as a weapon.
Okay. I've heard that. So I've heard that in numerous stores. Yeah.
Yeah. So in San Francisco, federal prosecutors say on Friday that 2 women have been charged in a robbery at a San Francisco Walgreens where they coughed on store employees while not wearing masks. They allegedly stole $92.
Yeesh.
In merchandise.
$92.
Now, at a Walgreens, that's a lot of stuff, huh?
It is. Or is it? It's like...
The women entered the store with empty bags, and when the store manager approached them to offer assistance, they coughed audibly and claimed to have COVID, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. The manager asked one of the women to leave if they felt ill, and the women then... women then both started coughing without covering their mouths and said, "We have COVID, we have COVID."
Yeah.
According to the complaint, the manager and security guard did not want to go near the women, so they let him just leave with all the stuff because they were worried about COVID.
Yeah, I get it. Fuck. I understand. That's been happening a lot, actually. And everybody's getting arrested for it, as they should.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
For trying to just steal stuff and say that they have COVID or what?
No, the COVID thing has come up a lot where it's just like, don't arrest me, I have COVID, coughing on police officers and all that other shit. And it's just like.
That's kind of how I
should be arrested.
feel, though.
What do you mean?
Like if a cop's going to pull me over, bro.
Oh, during the pandemic?
For what? Registration? I'll pay that later.
I don't think anybody's pulling anybody over in this shit.
Okay, good, because I do have expired registration.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you. Proud of you.
But I'm also if you pull me over, fuck you. Do you know what I mean? In these times?
Yeah. You shouldn't be pulled over in the pandemic.
You should not be pulled over.
Yeah.
And
for anything.
If I'm swerving a little bit, it's
COVID.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, pandemic drinking.
As long as I'm inside the lines, I think you should calm the fuck down.
Yeah, you're probably fine. Even 2 wheels over,
Yeah.
Some people can avoid those 2 wheels over the line. You're good.
Yeah.
Good to go. I just got an email from American Airlines here that says it's Kurt Stash. Oh, that's a fucking... Man, for how dorky this guy is, that's a terrible name.
What is it?
Kurt Stash. I want to see a guy with, jeans and a dip ring in the back left pocket, with a mustache being like, "Hey, man. Kurt Stash here. I want everybody to go out and butt fuck without condoms on." Like that.
Okay.
Kurt Stash is a powerful name.
Okay.
He says, we've got a new requirement for all of our customers. It is mandatory that you wear masks during flights beginning May 11th. Why not now? And recently announced requirements for flight attendants as well. There's measures to provide sanitizing wipes and face masks for all customers on select flights. I guess if you're going to Fresno, they're not going to give you that shit. They're like, good luck. You going to Reno? We're not going to give you anything. You're probably going to get AIDS there anyways.
Yeah.
Good luck, brother. You want a Bakersfield? Shit, we'll dump out some meth on the seat for you. Enhanced cleaning procedures to disinfect high touch points. Is that a thing? A high touch point? What's that? A toilet?
Anything that people are going to touch a lot.
Tables, I guess. And throughout the aircraft and increased cleaning at the airports, your well-being is at the forefront, is at the foreskin of every decision we're making here. Oh, thanks, Kurt Stash. You SOB. Right now, since it's Friday, and we've had a few drinks, appreciate you being with us all week. Right down the side, any questions you have on YouTube, go ahead and write them in. We'll answer them for you. AJ Gamble, Kurt Stash. Kind of sounds more of like a Grindr screen name.
That's
no?
a good one.
Yeah, it is actually.
It is good.
Yeah, Kurt Stash. Everybody rides the stash.
Who's Anne Frank in here?
Is there an Anne Frank in there? Oh, my God.
Dan?
Oh, I hope so.
Dan, are you Anne Frank?
How are you able to get the username Anne Frank? So great. So great. Reed White, seats taken. That's a very obscure Forrest Gump reference that I love.
That you have to. I love when you have to read stuff with an accent in order for it to work.
Seats taken.
Seats taken. Richard
you know.
Danoff, Chris Broman.
Big Dick Danoff.
They all wear seats taken. It.
Craig
Anne
Gillespie says,
Frank.
Ross, check your messages real quick. I can't. I don't know where all that shit is, to be honest with you. You're going to have to write it here.
Check your messages. What? On your phone?
Who knows? Oh, somebody's calling Dan Frank. That's Derek Campbell. That's so great. Dan Frank.
It has to be Dan. There's no way that it's anyone else, right?
Chris Beerworth, check your mail. I can't check. I don't have the capability right now to check my... Like if I get an email, it'll pop up. I just don't have that capability.
Who's telling you to check your email?
No idea. Casey Sellner says, you guys think Joe Biden will pick the gov of Michigan for VP?
No.
I know this. She's on the short list. And I think Abrams is out. So I think she's in the final three. It's Whitmer is her name. I think she's in the final three. She's white. So she's at a disadvantage there. But, she's younger, which would help. But
yeah,
I think it's either going to come down to Kamala Harris or Elizabeth Warren.
Reed White. I'm doing ribs this weekend.
Yes.
Just like tried and true. I tried pulled pork.
You rocked it. That was the best pulled pork you've made.
But guys, like it's an undertaking. It's an
Yeah.
undertaking.
It is. It is. Yeah.
Ribs, at least. I don't know. I just like have it down. Whereas like everything else, I'm not that confident with it. So I'm doing ribs.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a rib.
I'm amped about it. Danielle K, will there be another show today? Fake news is up today for Drinkin Bros, which we ended up doing live yesterday, but that's our Friday show. Savage Saturday, the audio with Derek White will be up tonight at 8 p.m., and then that usually airs 11 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. And I can tell you who Sunday night's guest is for Drinkin Bros. It is the Millennial Farmer. You guys have asked for him a lot. There was a lot of requests for him. We didn't know him. We reached out to him, and it turns out he listened to the show. Luckily, and we got him on. He was great. I didn't know anything about the farming industry at all.
Yeah.
And that was nice. So it was a great fucking show. So look for that on Sunday nights. Matthew Gillum says, hey, guys, love listening to your show. You're doing an awesome job. And over the weekend, looking forward to get to some of the products you're showing on the podcast.
I have to say for the ladies,
Yeah.
I have to say functionofbeauty.com
Is that your sponsor?
/BTE is amazing. We have a lot of sponsors, but I'm like, it's personalized shampoo and conditioner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to do like a sponsor or whatever, but I am in love with it.
Really? Okay.
The only thing that is done and nice on me right now is my hair.
For the ladies, huh?
Not my makeup.
For the ladies. Let's see.
Function
Rick
of
Miner, is Brady Quinn's less than athletic brother? I'll take it. Brady Quinn's a good looking dude. I'll take it. I'll for sure take
Who's
that.
this? Brady Quinn.
Brady Quinn was a quarterback for Notre Dame back in the day. And I'll take it. Good looking dude. I'll take it. He was the quarterback for Cleveland for a little bit too. Not that everyone wasn't. Stephen Hawkins says Ross keeps his emails in his prison wallet. You bet. I try not to check my emails throughout the show, but look, one popped up. No, it wasn't from you. It was a deposit from a book royalty. So, hey, that's even better. Whatever that bullshit email was. Craigers.
Rihanna. I have to shout out the girl Rihanna.
Yep.
Brittany, Julia, Danielle. What up, girls? What up?
Somebody's asked me if I could beat them. Do I think I could beat you in a game of ping pong?
Beat me?
No, beat the guy who wrote that in. No.
Ping pong or beer pong?
Beer pong I could absolutely. It's Colby Beerworth.
And Anne Frank, I guess I should shout her out too, but go ahead.
Yeah, obviously. She's probably going to go back into hiding after this show. But Colby, no, I probably couldn't beat you in ping pong. That, sadly, is not one of the fraternity all-star games that I'm great at. Beer pong, yes, I'll destroy you and no one can beat me. Cornhole, can't be beaten. Ask anyone on this board. All of you guys have played me in some city at some point, and none of you have beat me, including Craig Dulesky. And I shattered his dreams at Penn State at that game. No one can beat me. Now, Chris Beerworth, either the son and or brother, is saying try a tri-tip. Have you ever thought about trying a tri-tip in the Traeger?
Thought about it. I've done tri-tip on a grill only. So, I don't know. I mean, obviously I'll try it at some point. Tri-tip was our go-to in our family.
Love tri-tip.
So, like, anytime Dad would grill for us, it was tri-tip.
And I've had your dad's and your brother's tri-tip, and they're fantastic.
Fantastic.
Leslie,
it's just a different
Leslie
beast.
Tonkin. Have you all seen the CDC recommendation that when school starts, desks have to be 6 feet apart? They have obviously never been in a real school. Yeah, so I read that, and it's absolutely fucking crazy because you have children who are just petri dishes for all kinds of shit. Also, the kids aren't the one that are getting sick. There's 0 children that have died from COVID, to my knowledge. So I don't know. That's a real sticking point for me. If school does not come back in the fall and they're going to do this online bullshit, like I'd say the parents rise up and just say, great, we're going to hold our kids back a grade until you get your fucking shit together. All right.
Right.
And then we can charge China for all the fucking teachers' salaries for those assholes. And I still have not seen a lot of fuck China posts. I'm still really shocked by that. You go on Facebook, people will bitch about whatever political party they believe in till the ends of the fucking earth. But they won't come out and say fuck China for this shitty disease that's ruining the country. Oh, we don't want to be racist. We don't want to be racist by saying that. It's a country, not a race. So you can say fuck China all you want. That one's wild to me. Really wild. Yes, Richard Enough, Millennial Farmers on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Great interview. That guy was fantastic. He's got a massive YouTube following, like 500,000 subscribers to that. And he's an old school farmer. We're talking 2,700 acres of like, hey man, he lives and dies by it. Anne Frank, your show has gotten me through some hard times. Anne Frank, man, when you have a username like that, it's hard to read that comment aloud because no one's had harder times than Anne Frank.
Who are you?
Anne Frank, can you say your real name?
Anne Frank.
Dan. So somebody put Dan's username in there. It's not Anne Frank. So
it's not. What is his username?
I forget. It's Dan something.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Dan is savvy enough to have some Finstas and some fake YouTube.
And a Chris Beerworth. We're still on the onesie in and outs of the mail service here, so like I haven't gotten any of those packages out. We also haven't gone to the thing because they were like, "Oh, you can't buzz the button for the PO box." So
what are you doing?
He sent some beer in, and we did a signed giveaway for a book for the best review, and we're still one in, one out at the post office here, but we live in a tiny town, and it's just like, all right, hopefully that'll clear up soon. I would imagine they're on first phase, right?
Yeah,
is post office on there? So hopefully on May 8th, because our state is shut down until May 8th. So hopefully they'll be like, all right, great, you can come into the post office and do shit. Right now, it's crazy. And a lot of people are saying Anne Frank is the hero we don't deserve but need. Goddamn right, Cameron. Why?
Dan is using ExpressVPN.
You think so?
To hide his
Anne Frankness. I'll ask him. We're doing another interview today, so he'll be in the studio in an hour. Jabes, I'm proud of you today. You had a full-on meltdown. It was great, and you kept your composure like a true champion.
Oh, thanks.
Probably pissed off half the community, but who cares? You know?
No, there's a lot of people on here that's like, I moved here a year ago. I have not had good food since. The first year, you guys, of like, the first year of it is the most depressing. And then you just sort of get used to it.
You know what's weird? Whenever you move to a new town.
I thankfully
or
travel
a new
enough.
City, yeah. Whenever you move to a new town or a new city, you try to convince yourself when you go to these places, you're like, oh, this isn't bad. And when you go home and actually think about the meal you've had, you're like, fuck, man, I'm just lying to myself.
Yep.
Yeah. Gorgeous city. Love Wilmington. The beaches are gorgeous. Love partying here.
Sure.
Fun fucking party town.
Sure.
Food is not up to par. Not up to par here in this town.
It's shit.
And with that, we're going to leave you on that comment for the weekend. We will be back at noon on Monday. We'll be with you Monday through Friday, every day through the quarantine. Hashtag we're all in this together. It's so fucking lame. We're not in this together. We're not. We're definitely not. For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good afternoon, everyone.